get to incorporate some quick action, they'll get faster at doing things. And obviously, they both triangulate to the top of the tower, but it's nice to know where they're coming from, and it really gives, that kind of you can see where they're coming from in their playstyle. Even though you're right, at the end of the day, Czaj is still a quick player, even though he come from a slower, more methodical playstyle.
It's actually very interesting to see how fast he is now compared to where he was at in the Stars tournament. It's literally night and day.
What's really nice going on with that, we'll try to start and talk about that, the gameplay. Obviously, floor 1 to 5, same as usual. You will try to accumulate as much items as you can. So these floors are not too hard. You'll try to get at least a few levels under your belt and as much items as you can, because you should not need to use items to get out of a situation. There are exceptions. Sometimes you're just stuck in such a bad situation you'll need to use something, but generally floor 1 to 5 you should be able to deal with only, well, the mixed magic they have right now is great. They're going to deal a lot of damage with that. So this should be fine, right? But getting the items is what's really important, because the later they go into the tower, they might get a little bit under-leveled. And even if they weren't under-leveled, Ko is really weak. He's gonna die a lot. So you're gonna need to use consumables to get out of those situations. Crystal Ball. Oh, we have a fusion. Oh, wow. I didn't actually touch, but they do have access to the blue color from the get-go instead of waiting to get it on floor 12. To make possible, early fusion, and we do have it one right off the bat. So, that new yellow is now a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, so now he has the extra spell of the blind.
Mm-hmm.
In addition with that, he also has a new passive effect that will protect him from blind traps and unicorn blinds.
Yeah, and it's nice to
that
know.
might be the main reason why he did it.
Yeah, it's nice to know that passive ability extends to Ko itself. So both himself and the Nuyel can be blinded or poisoned. Poison is the poison proof is the passive ability of the Nuyel normally. So now he's got both. That's great. But that new spell, as far as I do remember, that's the Mount Burn spell, and this is definitely one of the preferred spell of Reven. So it's going to be a great spell to have around. Like it costs a lot of MP, but if you've got that on a Nuyel, that's not a problem.
Oh, absolutely. Nuyel's passive ability to just eat any herb and get 50 MP for it, MP is never an issue. And it's even actually further, like if you think about it, even further beneficial, because antidotes are already just free MP. You don't really need antidotes.
Yes.
Because it's Nuyel. But now also even Roam herbs are free to use for MP.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't need those either.
Case, yeah. I'm actually surprised he hasn't switched to run a lot of like Mount Burn. It's probably because the animation is a little bit longer, but it hits actually quite hard in a 7x7. Oh, is it 7? I think it's 7x7 square. So you would hit in like 3 square to your right and 3 square to your left, and then 7 deep. Imagine that square. That's gonna hit everything in it, and it's actually hits further away than the distance a monster will aggro to you. So sometimes you can even turn them around if they are not aggroed yet, which is absolutely fantastic use of a great spell.
Yeah, and you are correct. It is 7x7.
Sorry, what?
It is 7x7 for that spell.
Yeah. It's such a great spell. So we see Czaj use 2 Hulim fruits to get some Manivas out of the way. So, yep, as soon as you have a fire monster and you reach that floor 6, you really want to get out of there as quickly as you can. Almost every monsters are water. There is a little bit of a triangle going on here. Water beats fire, fire beats wind, and wind beats water. So obviously that fire monster is not helping as much, and it's going to take extra damage. And you really don't want that to happen. You don't want to lose that Nuyel. It might actually bring you at least easily to floor 20 if nothing bad happens, which will happen, It's a Send Night Scene. Alright, simple stuff going on. It's nice to see that actually Czaj is 2 floors ahead of Reven, even though we did say that Reven was a more aggressive player. I think you just, sometimes one player is going to go left, the other one's going to go right. But exploring that floor 5 has been some kind of a pain on Reven's side.
Yeah, the introduction, the very first room in 4.5 was with 2 Manivas, and Reven opted to not just directly deal with them or expend items. He actually wanted to just walk out and run away, and then he ran into a balloon, and that whole situation took him some time. Even the Newell had to heal itself.
And
It
it's
started
got
off really rough.
yeah, it's given a giant lead to Chai, but mind you, these decisions you make very early on might come back later to bite you, or maybe it won't. That's going to prove if Chai was right or wrong of doing that, but maybe 20 floors later, those 2 extra Ulim fruits that Reven have, that Chai doesn't, might actually be what's necessary to get out of a very bad situation, right? So it's not as if it's like black or white. Oh, Chai is further away, so that was the right choice. Yes, but not necessarily, actually. And that's what I love about this game.
Oh, definitely. Like, the amount of decision making that goes into this. There is no 2 players who truly play exactly the same.
Yeah, and it's fun because in some communities of some speedrun games, that might mean, like, you know, we don't play the same, but one is obviously better than the other. In Azure Dream, it's not necessarily true, especially in a format setting where, in a tournament format, sorry, where, you know, one match is not the same either. Like, some match will require you to be more aggressive because it's actually not a very, very tough run. You have almost infinite sources of items that you might need, and then it's just a question of speed. Or sometimes, you know, the more methodical play will be the way to play because that tower is just absolutely brutal, and saving every charges of everything is what makes you gonna come on top. So that's nice.
Yeah, now with Chai on floor 10, he's pretty much escaped all the water floors. Is that a sea seed?
Oh, you think that it might actually
yeah.
change that Nuyel into a water form?
It's hard to say because there's a lot of fire monsters on these floors, and then
Yes.
eventually Krakens are extremely terrifying, as well as, you know, water Newells are better than fire Newell in that matchup.
Sure.
So there's a lot of good reason to switch right now.
I absolutely agree. Especially
there's
since in
also
the
bigger
vanilla
floors
game.
to touch.
Yeah. In the vanilla game, you wouldn't necessarily want to switch that early because you do lose some potential. Your magic would not level up with you. But that's not true in the randomizer we are using right now, in the setup we're using right now. We're allowing spells to go up or level up even if the spell is not in its native elements. So that's actually a very fun feature. Lets us use spells we generally would never use because, you know, it's outside of their elements and thus it's absolutely useless.
Yeah, and he went ahead and made that change, so...
Yep, absolutely. And it's paying off right away. I mean, obviously that Blizzard Sword is dealing much more damage. Now, like you said, those Winds monsters are going to start to come up, and those thickets are going to be a problem later on. But for now, it's paying dividends. Chai is really going for the decision that gives him advantage right now. And I love this. This is definitely something I don't see from Chai often, and I love it.
Yeah, so he just got this egg. He's using this 4-way hallway to manipulate monster movement so that he can finish heating the egg.
Yes.
And this is a possible U-boat. It actually has a high chance for being a U-boat or even a clown.
Yeah.
Two really good monsters. Or the Garuda.
Ah, there we go. Do you think he would necessarily switch for a clown?
Maybe not. Like, the ranged spell... I don't think Chai, he hasn't fused with the unicorn yet, so he could actually just transfer that spell over.
Yeah. And we saw actually that switch to water done on Reven's side as well, so sadly on Chai's side the egg was a dreamin', so not really helpful. It was just all a dreamin'. But yeah, Reven is also using that that spell is being changed. He doesn't have the Mount Burn anymore. It's being replaced with Aqua Wheel because when you change elements of a monster, its spell changes. Sometimes it's just the same spell with a different element, but actually sometimes it changes. And this is one of the situations. Instead of hitting in a 7x7 like box, instead it's everything in the same room as you are, but it doesn't it only hits every monster in melee with you when you're outside of the room, so it's better in a room, and it's much weaker outside of, so that's a different spell. Hey, welcome, Ashmedai. It's been a while. Happy to see that every time there's a tournament going, you're coming back, and I really appreciate you being here today. Quick explanation of what you can see now, if you've never seen it before. We have a thing called State Display now, which is new, and it lets us know everything about what's going on screen. On the top of your screen, you can see that some type of a tracker, and even though they don't have their UI on screen, you can actually know what they have in their inventory, their HP, and everything, and the floor they're on, just at a glance. So floor 11 on both sides is going pretty well. Those floors is not all the time, but sometimes a very good place to slow down a little bit and catch up in terms of experience. 10 and 11, if you want to do that, you should really slow down at those two floors. 13 might be a little bit rough because the number of Kraken is going to be maybe a little bit too much. But yeah, that's a spot where you might want to slow down. Some people just decide not to do that, obviously, but you know, they end up being very under-leveled very quickly. And
you can
after
see right
that,
now that Reven is making great use of that Aqua Wheel.
oh yeah, absolutely. Making sure that he has at least 2 monsters in the same room and then just whack them both. And he, like I said, that's a spell you don't want to use generally because of the MP cost, but that New Yell doesn't care. Alright, so, yeah, just picking them up and chucking them away. Floor 12 on Chai's side, generally, and that's new, actually. I would check that floor out, because I do like to have the option of getting the blue color, but that's not necessary anymore, because it do start with the blue color now, so I would call that a floor I don't want to be on, because of the Krakens, and as soon as I'd find the elevator, I'd be away, so pace should pick up a little bit more. And we have a Noah sled ball. Do you want to touch a little bit on that, because that's also new?
Yeah, so Noah's sled is flame on floor 2 generally spells sled on you. Noah determines the element. It's just a wording convention for that the game uses. And if I'm correct, Noah is the water element.
Yes.
So that is going to be extremely useful, especially in the final climb, the final 10 floors, where most everything is fire-based.
Exactly, so...
But much to the way Azure Dreams is, like, while you have this Noah sled, and usually you only find fireballs, with the exception of Acid Rain, which is a 1-charge AoE. In this case, the floors with blocks and unicorns, zoos, that's not going to be any help.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to take too many charges to kill a single monster.
And it's a nice change of pace, because we're used to loving water monster, especially because we can count on having probably at least one of the fire damaging spell balls, and that's going to cover for our weakness to win, right? But that's not true anymore. I mean, we could still find fireballs, but there's a chance some of them are going to be water damaging or wind damaging spell balls. And, oh, is it wind? Oh, damn it. Naming conventions. But, you know...
Oh, Noah's Earth. Gotcha.
Okay, but the point stays the same. It's going to be very different in terms of play. Oh, and we have a warp trap going on Chai's side. At least it's not a go-up, right?
Oh, definitely. Go-ups, this tournament, nah, we don't want them. They are no longer go-ups.
Nope, they're not. That's not Isnuil. He's gonna find Isnuil just right here. All right. Luckily, Isnuil didn't get killed here, so that's a nice thing. But that's what I assume is gonna be a warp trap we're gonna get to see Reven walk on as well, and that's gonna be scary.
Absolutely.
So, I'm pretty sure the egg we see here is the Dreaming Egg, Reven. Yeah, sadly, that's the same egg. So. Like
that was where the floor difference was actually closed on, because Chai spent some time hatching that as well. And so now Reven is back to being a couple floors behind.
So yeah, it's Ashmedai, what you're talking about is a weird giant boat in the game where you can only bring 2 of each monsters and you can go to a new place. Yeah, that's a nice boat. And the warp trap. Bye-bye. Oh, it actually brings him exactly the same spot. Oh, well.
Yeah, the same movement.
Sense. Yeah, it makes sense. He did the same movement. Yeah. Okay, it's the same situation, so at least that's fair. That's not necessarily fun, but... I mean, Reven did...
Reven made a different choice here. He actually put him on AI3, and he's expending this ball.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's actually not dealing a lot of damage.
That isn't. He's like, nope.
And that fire shield is not helping either. I don't think it would have been a good idea to remove it, because the defense was going to help at some point, but... No, he didn't, but I mean, would have had been a good idea to do so, and I think it not necessarily was. All right, so only one floor difference right now, even though Czaj is pretty much done with this floor already. That's actually a very, very tight race. Like I said, Czaj did make early choices to go faster that Reven didn't. So that's probably where the difference is coming from. But, oh, it's right! Noah Sled isn't effective because even though that's a Neil, the Neil is fire! Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even on my mind at all. I was like, I don't understand. Like, it's not that weak of a ball. He's definitely of level. Like, why did that do so little?
I promise you, I played this game.
I've been practicing this game.
Yeah, Newell is fire, absolutely. Yeah, so when you get your monster, your initial monsters being replaced by another one, it don't only changes that monster, but it changes every monster of that type in the tower. So every Newell are fire. And it's also true because if a monster doesn't have its native spell Awaken, it will awaken it for him. That's a feature we've put into the randomizer. Well, if it would have been a dormant spell, which normally Newell doesn't have, it would mean that every Newell would have their spell Awaken as well. Now, it's unimportant because Newell already has its spell Awaken by default, like it's the heal spell. But you know, that sometimes gives you scary situation like the Cyclones or, you know, Zoos having their spells Awaken. Yeah, Troilus, I agree. Sometimes you need to make mistakes to learn stuff, but it works.
But this game is like decision overload. It's hard to keep all the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people say, and I know people are going to be pissed I bring it up again, but that's why I still think that even though Earth Shield can be good sometimes, you'll forget to unequip it, and you're going to die to a trap. So it doesn't matter how good it is if you remove it. You'll forget.
I have to take that. I've forgotten so many times. But I've also put it to great use, so it's like,
sure.
I think it's more double-edged sword rather than just being outright bad as most people
Sure. I would have to agree with that, though. Yeah. When it's good, when it's put to good use and really you make zero mistake. Oh, did I see the Noah Sled ball disappear from Czaj's inventory? That one hurts.
Oh, that does.
Yeah, and that is actually the picket. It should be because it would have grown by then. So he's gonna have to. Yeah, that's the way you want to do it. But I don't think that's gonna be enough damage. And he's going away. Yep, can't catch swim yet.
trying to chase a picket. That doesn't work.
Do you know what would help? I know a sled ball. That would help.
Yeah, it would. I would have chucked the Olim, honestly.
Would that given you your ball back?
Yeah. You Olim, any way you kill a picket, it'll drop it.
Oh, I didn't think Olim would count as a kill, but that's great. The tournament started again. Oh yeah, welcome M2 This is our new tournament with one new feature that I'm going to repeat so many times. I'm so sorry, chat. But yeah, our new feature is the state display, which you can see at the top of the screen. This showcases every information our players has access to. This is also why these two runners doesn't even run the HUD because they can look at their state display, and you, chat, have the chance to always know on what floor they're on, what they have in their inventory, how much HP they have. Everything is displayed for your own pleasures, and obviously ours as well, because sometimes it's hard to keep up with what's going on both screens, so it's really nice for commentary. Alright, so floor 18, floor 17. Reven is catched up. That's really good, and that is a very scary moment for both players. We did talk about Pickett stealing their stuff. It has already happened on Chai's side, where he lost probably his most important possession. But as long as you're not reached floor 20, which is scary for other reason, you gotta stay aware that your inventory is maybe not necessarily your own. And yeah, that's gonna be... Oh, go up trap. Don't use that. Okay. So I didn't touch upon it. I did say there were changes, and we did touch it a little bit earlier on, but any runners, especially on floor 19, you see a go up trap, you use it, right? So why, Septic, why would it be that they would actually not step on it?
So go up traps have been shifted to take you in the opposite direction. Even though you'll see visually that you fly up, you're actually being taken down to the floor previous to the one you're on. The way the randomizer works is that floor will still be the same as it was, with some interesting caveats. I've seen different items spawn. It was a one-time thing. I revisited that floor as a test, and it ended up being the original items multiple times after that. But and then even the monster layouts could change.
Yeah.
But aside from those two things, you know the floor layout. You can find the elevator if you remember where the elevator is. But yeah, nobody wants to take it because that's just a simple loss of time for the most part. Unless there's really an item that is just worth farming.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. If you know there's 2 Uline and like 2 fireballs in one room, maybe you could, just get that again, but that would be very, very situational, and I would be surprised. And we do have a Chai that's blind right now. Reven is immune to that, so that might be one big difference going on. Sadly, it wasn't, or well, not sadly for Chai, obviously, but you're looking at those small decisions that can actually make or break a game or a player. So it's really nice to see like what they did early and what are the consequences of that. And we had one potential one there, but that didn't happen. And I'm happy to see and say that Reven is not in danger to take... well, there could still be Pickett on floor 25, but they are extremely rare. So he should be fine with his inventory now.
Absolutely. And I do want to touch an extra thing. Like, even though the blinder trap didn't have a run killing effect or a detrimental enough effect to make him slow down, worrying about recovering HP or whatever, it still did cost him a little time to shake out of the blind and, look at his surroundings after those turns have passed to make sure everything is okay to move on.
Oh, we have a win Newell going on Reven's side.
That is an interesting decision right here.
I agree. And we're going to get to see the win version of both those spells he's been using for the longest time. I don't necessarily disagree. There's going to be a lot of water and wind monster going on, coming up real soon.
Yeah, he does have the sea and light seeds.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to go Rainbow Newell.
Yeah, he definitely has the freedom to switch them around as needed.
Oh, it actually took me... Like, I was trying to read Reven's Newell's name, and I just realized it's Lucky backward. It took me forever. For some reason, my brain was like, it makes sense, but it really doesn't, right? It's Lucky.
Why, cool?
I know Newell, and especially its evolution, which we might... Well, maybe we'll see during this match. Batmel is Reven's favorite monster, so yeah, that's really nice, and yeah, it's really nice he gets to play with it. But I mean, so far, Chai has been using it pretty well as well.
Both of these players have been playing very, very well.
Oh yeah. Oof, Earthshaker against the Viper is great, but against the Stealth isn't so good. Look at that. Oof, 23, yeah. Stealth can be picked up, but they are scary. Alright, and only 2 floor differences right now. Well, it might go back to 3. This is a pretty tight race.
I do believe, like, with their inventories as they are, and, yeah, I think we might very well be seeing a 40 on this one.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Save for, you know, crazy stuff happening like Azure Dreams likes to do.
You think so? Because generally you will see 40 clear when somebody's got, you know, some good balls. I mean, obviously Blinder 5 charges is absolutely fantastic. But other than that, I mean, I know these guys can do it, but I'm not sure that inventory, it's strong, but it doesn't last for long. It lacks some, you know... You can burn through that in a 4.
Oh, well, he's got 2... looking at Reven's side, he's got 2 Oleans, he has an Egg Bomb, 2 Mahel Seeds. Mahels are, in
it's great.
a lot of situations, just as good as having a Holy Bell. You get surrounded by monsters in a room, as long as you have that 1 turn to use it, you can generally navigate your way out and get everything behind you.
Oh yeah,
and then he still has the Noah Sled in the binder, so I think he's really good to go.
Shawnee is pointing out in the chat something that's absolutely true and very important. You can actually see the bad status the player is having by watching the face of Ko in the upper left corner of the state display. So obviously, most of the time it's clear, right? You don't need to check state display to know he's poisoned. It's pretty evident on screen it's happening. But what we can see in the difference in the 2-player here is that Reven actually equipped the cursed leather shield. Now it's been decursed, and it's been bumped up by 1 with a blue sand. So obviously it's a normal leather shield, but it was cursed. And if you equip a cursed weapon, it's actually decursing the weapon actually just decurs the weapon. It doesn't decurse you, and you still get some negative status from it. So actually it's an accuracy thing and a critical thing. So the state display actually tracks that, so we can know, even if I didn't catch that, or you guys in chat, you can know that somebody has been cursed, and it's still under the effect of the curse by just that face Ko is making, which is actually in the code of the game, but you never see because they decided not to display it.
And we got Beldo for some storyline.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try to explain what's going on?
Ko's father ripped in the tower permanently, and then he has aspirations to become like his tower, and Beldo is taunting Ko from floor 40.
Actually,
and that's about as much as I get for the most part of it.
It really is that, and it's actually very interesting to see that. When I was a young kid, a wee lad, Beldo looked badass enough to scare me, to be honest. Like, not scare me, but you know, that scene made me really want to go up and kick his ass. Like I mean, probably is due to the fact that this tower is so aggressive. If you think about a boss fight, just the enemies are so hard. Like, what would a boss fight even be? But yeah, that was actually a very nice scene. Like, he just comes in as a magical projection and taunt you. He did fail, but the Nuzlocke, but you know, he had a bad monster. Curse face is excellent. I mean, I so agree. Just like we've had some development on Chai's side. He did sadly lose the Nuyel, which died due to that bad situation where it was Spencer between a block and a stealth. He did survive though, so that's really, really good. I assume we're gonna... Yeah, that's not good. Now he's dropped.
That's why you never carry a monster into a room.
I've said it so many times. It doesn't happen often, but the time it does, it's so soul-breaking. He did survive.
Yeah, he's just lucky it wasn't a sleep trap or a paralyzed trap.
Yeah.
Or not paralyzed, you'll actually still hold the monster, I do believe, but sleep trap will make you drop it.
See, we were talking about Earth Shield earlier, but even then, you know, he's facing stealth, he's taking a lot of damage from them. He's got a Scorch Shield he could equip to very much decrease damage he would be taking. But he's forgotten to put him back because I know he loves, you know, Rainbow Shields or any of the Elemental Shields. So, oh my god, Reven, dude! The Killer Consortium! How is he gonna tackle this? He's gonna need to take a hit. Yeah, holy.
Oh, wait.
Mahel would be good. He's going for Mahel. Oh, you cannot pick up the Neil, though. Oh, that Neil's gone.
You can't. Like, he just needed to go ahead and...
Okay. That's not where I would have gone, but I like that. That's
that
one
made
shot.
space in his inventory, but I still don't agree with the Mahel use. He could have just immediately thrown the seed. Oh, wait, no, because there was space.
He would have taken a hit, yeah.
Yeah, the space, he would have had to take a hit. But he had Oleans. Like, I would have just skipped the turn and used the Olean. Would have been a little bit faster.
I won't read what's in chat. It's talking about an element I don't like. I'm not reading that. It's actually not true. I mean, my favorite monster when I was young was definitely a clown, so...
And you love the wind balloon.
Alright, so Chai's gonna pick up eggs, but I can tell you right now, on floor 27, he's not gonna hatch something else. He's not even gonna probably use any of the two monsters he's got right now. Will he actually try? Nah, I'd be surprised. Especially since he's level 14, no matter what he's gonna hatch, is gonna be so under-leveled. And there's no real chance that any, like the new egg he's just gotten, is anything that could be good for other reason than fighting. You would look at pre-20 floor eggs for that. So, oh my god, Reven. Poor Reven. Yep, going...
He has Reven has a stream one now.
Oh, okay, big addition. That's pretty much the perfect setup for what he's playing right now. Oh, that trap. At least he can walk on it now, yeah. Alright. I mean, there's been 2 go-up trap in this, and nobody has walked on it, and now I'm a little bit sad.
Oh, we still got 2 more rounds. Potentially 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
At least 1 more, so there's still time to see some.
Ow! Evolution! Batnell coming up. The game do freeze for a few seconds when you do get evolution. That doesn't mean it's soft-locked. Anyway, I hope it's not, but yeah, Batnell. Okay, now we're cooking with fire. Well, with water, you know. So, Nuyul is probably one of the weakest monster in the game. To be honest, its stats are really bad. It's not the worst, but it's probably in the top 5, right? And, or the bottom 5, I guess. But Batnell has got such a good stat growth. I guess we won't experience much of it, but well, he did gain 1 level still, but I guess he won't go much further than level 25. But that stat growth is definitely to, you know, catch up for those bad level ups you got as a new Yao. And so it's actually a very good monster casually. Easy to refill MP and very good stat growth once it's a Batnell. You can get behind a new Yao. Floor 34, you were talking about a clear. It's starting to look like a possibility. Ooh, Miles.
Yes,
let's go.
This golem is a little scary, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What's really impressive is Chai is actually keeping up. He's a little bit further away, like 4 floor difference, but that's pretty much the difference there was between the 2 player earlier on. But he doesn't even have a pet. And, you know, we're getting into, like, he's only level 14. Anything hits him once, I don't think he can take a hit. Maybe a Glacier hit, because they're a little bit weaker in terms of raw damage. But they're much more annoying. So...
I think Tyrants, too. I think Tyrants won't kill him in 1 hit.
Maybe,
it's close.
yeah.
It's very close.
So, he's gonna have to deal with the 2. Oh, yeah, Noah Sled Ball. Let's go. I think you start just releasing weapons. Yeah, you don't care. Yeah, inventory management's gonna take
Unicorn and Kraken, or at least one of them. Chai knows virtually every strat there is, and
Yeah.
you can actually use a summonable monster to create distance between a
Yes.
monster and yourself. So he might want to keep one of them for that purpose.
Yeah, you can't eat pita to make inventory. But you're absolutely right. Like there's ways to use the monsters, but I think he's starting to feel pressed by time, even just releasing the monsters. The animation is not that short, and I think he could actually just decide to, not do it.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like, well, nobody's called a match yet, and I'm on 32. Maybe Reven is probably very close, and I don't want to, take a chance here. Speaking of not taking a chance, Blinder Ball on the Tyrant, it means he doesn't feel confident enough to try a pickup. I would have, but I'm stupid. So I would have probably, died to that. But it's the safe play. It's the safe choice. Just use something now. Take 0 damage. You can get to the next floor full HP. I think that's the more clever play.
My approach to that would have been, I would have definitely 65 HP. It's so hard to say. Like, if I could be guaranteed to take one hit, I would have went for the left and then Oleander if it went bad. But
yeah,
his HP is so low. Like, even that is questionable.
Yeah, 65 is not good. But it's just like, we always say that Ko is very weak and his level up doesn't amount to much. There's, 8 level difference in terms of, experience? And there's 20 HP. It means he gets, around about 2 point something HP per level. It's so bad. 8 extra level, he only gets 20 HP from it? Ko. My boy.
And Chai has found himself into a bit of a situation.
Oh, yeah. Gonna take a little bit of a 40 damage here. Alright.
He's got a dragon coming up behind him as well. That's the reason why he's blasting.
There's a dragon beyond the glacier?
No, to the right.
Oh, okay.
Heading him off from where he was going.
But that combination of blinder balls and my health seed definitely took him out of it. No problem. But like I said, that inventory is going to thin out really, really fast if he keeps getting stuck in those situations. Not saying it's his fault. Obviously, the tower is just going to put you in a bad situation. Nothing you could have done about it. But yeah, not being able to deal with the situation other than just using your inventory is where it starts to get scary. We have a floor 39 on Reven's side. 1 extra floor, and we have to call the match. So this is getting... it doesn't matter how Chai can get out of a situation. He needs to pick up the pace and now. Or Chai needs to pick it. My. And on both sides as well. Alright. The egg bomb at the same time. That's so beautiful. Wow. Even useless when they're on egg bomb. But yeah, Chai needs to pick up the pace and right now because... and he doesn't know, obviously. And I don't think he necessarily will. Wait. Reven is in a bad spot. Ooh,
He
okay.
barely put in enough damage. That was probably 3 or 4 HP over the dragon's HP pool.
And he's cursed. He could have missed that shot. Alright. Ooh. And that's a bomb trap. Okay, really don't want to mess with that golem. That gives some time to Chai, though. That's a good thing. Is that... Nope, not the elevator room yet. Oh, this is getting exciting. Oh, that's a dead end. It's not a dead end, but I mean, it's circling back to where he started. That's not helping. He's got resources, though. He needs to start using resources, because if he gives time to Chai to catch up... Oh.
His egg bombs are just dudding.
Yeah.
That's never good.
Well, at least Glacier is a lot more damage than, Picket. Yeah, the Snow Sled is going to be enough.
I would have went with Mahel there, because he could have, when the golem is in his current position, he could have just easily walked by.
Emtinal, absolutely, I agree. And Troy, good night, and absolutely, I hope you will enjoy the VOD tomorrow. And we have a 440, Reven takes match 1, and we have a winner for match 1. But obviously, this is a tournament where we do play best of 3s, so even though our first match of the tournament ends up being a 40 clear, wow, Reven, let's go. We will replay that again. That's also a 43-minute something, which is absolutely very, very good. Anything under 45 minutes or, 50, to be honest, is a very great time. Or just, clearing the tower in one go is actually already very impressive.
You want to see if Chai can complete? He's only got 4 floors.
36. Yeah, I'd let him clear. Or at least ask him, but we should declare the winner at least. I'd let him if he wants to try and reach 40. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we have our winner from first match. That is so great. They will replay again with a different seed, obviously, and they're gonna try to see if they can do it again, or well, Reven if he can do it again, and Chai if he can actually beat him this time. And there's going to be a potential third match if it ends up being 1-1. And sometimes, even when there is a winner after only 2 matches, they can play a friendly third. And sometimes they won't. That's fine as well. But can't wait to see, actually. That's going to be very interesting. All right, let's give that point to Reven.
All right, Chai says he's going to try to complete it.
Oh, ooh, let's go.
He's not sure with those resources.
I understand that, and I have to agree. It's not an easy.
Wrong boy.
Yeah, but Glacier Boy doesn't agree with the Baron Boy here.
If he has a nose side, he could take care of that. And at this point, Barong is not threatening in terms of damage.
Well, that one wide corridor, you could start chugging items in that corridor, and Glacier could not actually take.
Yeah, can't get past them.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to deal with Golem now. And Golem Boy,
Oh no. These bind spells are so bad.
Yeah, they only last one turn.
Elementals.
Well, he can do it 2 times.
He can. Or he can...
Oh, but I know why he worries. It's just a bunch of one wide corridor after that. So even if it works, which it will. Yep. Last law bind again? How does that even work? Will he, when he unparalyzed, will he still be charging? Yeah, my hell.
I have no idea.
I don't know either. Yep.
Okay.
The law bind again.
One more Laban.
And then move. And then move twice. And then he can move and move. Yeah. Oh, no, he doesn't charge. Okay.
Oh,
that's something new. Are we learning stuff?
we might be.
Damn
I've
it.
never seen that.
Oh, betrayal is never forgiven. Actually, Reven didn't forgive CUNY for treason, which we don't even know CUNY is, because we never got him. But, wow. Heartless. Oh, that's clever.
I like that.
Yeah. Very nice. I now have to learn stuff if I watch this channel. Oh, don't you worry. I've never learned anything, and I'm still watching. So, it's an optional thing. You can opt in or out. So it's fine. It's fine. All right. So waiting a little bit on that Glacier getting out of the room. Learning speech, start fresh every time. There we go. All right, he actually will clear that floor. It doesn't matter if he reached 40. That 36 was absolutely brutal, and he made it out with just, sheer willpower and good use of these items. So, honestly, very impressed. Can you confirm the seed for me, Septic, on Reven's side?
1086, that is correct.
Excellent. All right, so, that's potentially a nice room. But he wants one of them to be holy, because if not, that might actually be a little bit scary. Oh, yeah, do you even go and look for it? I don't think he can grab diagonally. Nah, he just... Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, no, that's not good. If he walks in one space, it's aggroed.
Yeah, I know. He needs to take a hit. Yeah. Oh, well, you see that? This kid's never learned anything ever. See?
Yeah, he does medicinals.
I
Both of
agree with
them.
the medicinal. Damn it! Wow,
Oh,
that
wait, he
was
doesn't
a.
have yet.
But he is on
Oh,
floor
yeah, he is.
38, even though the tower is really not wanting him to continue climbing. Wow. All right. Oh, that's the
There you
elevator.
are.
There you
One
go.
more.
Oh, only one more. Are we gonna get a double clear on the first game of the tournament?
Not if this dragon has anything to say about it.
That hurts. Oh, he's gonna get breathed upon. Oh, he's got a new
Oh, but
lead.
there's a Mahel. Or Olim, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye. That's the quickest use of a new leaf I've seen. Yep, nope. Okay, sleeping golem boy. Yep. Not going there is probably the right choice. Okay. Oh, those rooms are terrible. Deekers, really. Not helping.
That golem did start to leave, so...
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nappy naps.
Oh, no. Oof. Okay. Good. Breathe, Sand. Breathe. Yep, all of those doors, Seraph. Just,
Oh.
Nope. Oh, there it is. Oh, don't tell. And there we go.
GG.
Double clear. He was level 19. Let's go, Chai. Alone, level 19. Reach for 40. You gotta be joking. All right. Oh, my heart. I'm too old for this. All right, game 2. Reven still gets to win this first round. We're going to get to do a quick reset and a seed check. It's going to take a second. But we're going to get into match 2 really quickly here. Wow, that's a start. So I'm going to take this second to ask you in chat, if you are here and you want to share, what do you think of state display? Is it actually helping you following? Do you like it? Do you just enjoy seeing stats on screen, which I know I do? What do you think altogether of the state display itself? That little box on the top that gives you all the information. I think it's important to say at this point that Chai is actually the one who made the state display. I mean, the code behind it, how it works, and Sustaina is one of our community members as well, made it look good. He's such a great artist, and he kept, the vibe and the energy of the game itself. So it's really nice what he did with the state display. But both these guys together can make anything looks marvelous. I so love state display.
All right, it looks like both of our runners are ready for the countdown.
Yes, Ashmedai. It's actually 100% available if you just come onto the Discord, which I could link. Hey, give me a second here. I'm generally more prepared.
And they are counting down.
All right, I've linked it still. I know you did, Shawnee. So thank you so much for being here. But yeah, if you want to have access to the state display, just come in and ask around. I will make sure to link you up to exactly the same version. You can make it look how you want, and you can get more or less information. We could have added the mini-map, so players could have removed the mini-map from their screen, and you could have seen it on top. It wasn't looking necessarily as good, or and it would have taken a lot of space to edit, or we could have made it so tiny. I don't think it would have looked as good. But there's a lot of information. Anything the game tracks, you can put into your version of Steam display, state display. Sorry, but we made sure to just put the most important information, and generally it will tells you on which floor you are. But this special version has been made for the tournament. It will actually keep track of the highest floor you've been. So even when you die and go back home, the normal version would go back to 0F. but ours just never goes. So if we miss a player dying, commentary team can still see, oh, they died on 34. It won't reset. So that's actually a very nice addition. That's going to help because it does happen. We don't actually see a death when something crazy happened on the other side. You know, we're... Oh,
Troll.
that's bad. I love it. Oh, I just hope the other hag is not going to be good because I want to see them run with the troll. Oh, it also means on floor 1 the trolls are going to spell them. Oh, that's going to be terrible.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the worst, in my opinion, one of the worst things you can get just for that reason.
Oh, they're going to sled you. Oh, that's a water troll. Also, all trolls are water. Ooh.
Oh, that's even worse. Water.
At least they have a water monster, so... Obviously, Seraph, you know I make the seeds.
How could I take the honor away from you? Oh, but a boat in the egg. Oh yeah, and Cyclone when unlocked spells is terrible too. Like Grave's spell, it's like a one-shot.
I think that's the worst one. A Lagrave on floor 6, I think, or floor 5. I think it's you for 32, if I remember correctly. Well, if you have like the wooden shield, obviously your shield can obviously change that.
Speaking of the shield, like they did start with a steel shield, so these trolls, as long as they're not spamming their spells at them, they're looking pretty for.
Even if they are, like, Steel Shield gives you so much defense, which is actually a reduced damage of 3, and Sled probably doesn't do much more than, like, 6 or 7. A Brid, sorry. So, I assume it's almost going to cut damage in half, so I think that Steel Shield really, really makes them, they shouldn't be too stressed about fighting. Well, unless they make mistakes like that, but it's another thing.
And what if one of these trolls blasts his troll?
Oh yeah, that troll is then gone. But I mean, as long as long as Ko is taking the hit, it's fine. It's fine. And they're already level 2. They shouldn't be too afraid.
But it's important to note these only trolls in the tower. There's 3 different instances where trolls show up.
Oh yeah, troll bow gun slinging spells. That's gonna be scary.
I am hyped for this.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be arcane archers. That's gonna be nice. Oh, it's so weird. You gotta think they are fire, but they're not. They're water trolls. This game is crazy, man. I love the randomizer so much. We took a game that's already way too crazy and we made it crazier. Okay, that's a high five if I've ever seen one. They're both on floor 3, exactly during the same combat. Okay, they choose to go in different direction. Interesting.
Chai took a slight lead for this floor.
Yep, absolutely making sure they're exploring as much as they can. Wall is not going to help much. Or at all.
Mirror ball.
Oh, paralysis coming up for Reven. That's really good against Cyclone. And did we touch the fact that they actually have a U-boat as well? That's going to be huge later on. I understand why they're not using it right now. You don't want to expend that AMP where you're going to explore anyway, but that's probably the best secondary monster you can get, right?
It's, well, Garuda, but
sure,
it doesn't become secondary anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a primary one.
But yeah, the U-boat being able to scout floors and show the entire floor layout, the location of the elevator, location of items. There's an argument to use it this early, just so that you can see the items and maybe get out earlier because you're only knowing where you got to go. Yeah. But yeah, when you're on the higher floors and you're starting to get terrified of literally everything, it's better to just know exactly where.
Oh, that's a troll slinging spells across the room. That's so cute. He just goes, I don't know, that animations.
That was great.
Teammates
love
as if
seeing
they're
that.
using their mace as a maracas, and they're just like, tribal chanting in the background.
Oh, simultaneous elevators to 4.
Ooh. But I agree with what Shawnee says in the chat. Their pace did change a lot with the troll pig, and even though those are the floors, which is easy, right? So it has changed, but not too much. They're slower, obviously. That's a weaker monster. That's a weaker. And to be honest, Neobrit is not a bad spell. Like, it's not that's slowing them down, but the pet's got less MP, a lot less actually, than what they're used to, and they need to protect that troll because it's really, really weak right now, and it's going to stay weak. But later on, it's going to be much tougher. The mixed magic is good, but the monster providing it is really bad. And that's going to reflect with some decision they're going to have to make. 1 P to fruit is not a lot of MP to keep a troll running. So unless they find something good, they might have to, maybe not open eggs and feed it to the troll. And depending where to get it, they're gonna hatch those eggs, like from 11 to 20 for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We'll just have to see how they go, because, like, it also depends on what items they get. They might just abandon the show. I know I would.
Yeah. What Seraph says is actually also quite true. I don't know that I'd use the U-boat early because you can face off against all those water monsters. Yeah, it's not necessarily you don't have the advantage, but you don't have a weakness either. But the point is, it's also a question of experience. The reason why we start grinding on 10 is not only because we have a normal advantage with the fire against, or we don't have the weakness anymore, should I say, because 6'10", 6'9" is just, hell or a nightmare. It's also that 6'10" really doesn't give a lot of experience. Even if you kill that U-boat, you get, 10 experience anyway? That's pretty much killing 2 trolls and a half. And I'd rather kill 2 trolls and a half than 1 U-boat, right? But once you get to that floor 10, the enemies start giving 40-something, and now it's worth it. So, unless I'd be wind, I would still grind on 10. If I was to, depending, obviously. But, it's not just a question of elemental advantage. Obviously, it's really important, but it's also a question of how much experience monster give. For some reason, monster on floor 9 give almost nothing, and then on 10 they give double what they used to. That's a good moment to same with the Garuda. First time you see Garuda as an enemy, they give 153, and you're like, oh wait, what? Sorry, what?
It looks like Reven is taking the lead here.
But I agree, Seraph. Maybe it will change if they don't feel too stressed about floor 6 and 9. Maybe they just won't use it then. Oh, that needs to be a kill. Let's go. Now you need to pick up that troll. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See what I was talking about protecting that troll? It's really weak right now.
It is. It's only 20 health, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't have that much defense either.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably quite low. See, that's one of the other information you can add to your own state display. How much defense and attack you have, your weapon provides, and, all that shenanigans. We were just trying to keep it clean, obviously, for presentation purposes. But when you play on your own PC, I mean, Alright, yeah. Czaj just don't want to stay here. Doesn't matter. And it's only level 4. That's also quite scary. I mean, 5 is not too high either, but I mean, 4 is quite low. Oh, he's gonna go again. That's not a good room. Floor 8 with level 4 Co and a troll that as weak as a twig. That's getting scary. And now you're gonna be scared about those clowns as well. They're gonna hit like a truck. And you can't deal with them really well.
That's true, yeah, and they actually do have a decent amount of HP. Dealing with them with a water monster.
And I don't remember.
I generally want to go for the lift in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even more now than usually.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if Clown actually have a weapon equipped, but I know Death does. I think Clown do still as well, so they do get extra attack. higher than just their base attack stats, so they're scary in that way. If not, then it's just because their attack power is really high, but they do pack a punch.
Reven picked up the Mirror's Ball, so he now has a solution for fire monsters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But fire monster is not what he should be.
Yeah, it's not really what he's going to be worried about. This will be good in the later floors, but because I don't think this troll is really gonna. You're gonna have to face tank everything throughout the tower.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And then walk on. Yeah, there we go. Good U-boat dancing on Reven's side. Yeah, U-boat dancing is an art. You need to practice.
Yeah, and with this setup, with the U-boat in between him and the troll, it's absolutely imperative that he makes optimal movement.
Oh yeah,
if he makes a single wrong move and then takes another move, that U-boat, the troll is what's keeping that U-boat from getting out of the ground.
Yes, it's stepping on the tile before he can actually, wake up and attack. So
yeah,
so
that's with the wrong step. The troll will take the wrong step itself.
Speaking of taking the wrong, do you risk losing your troll on this one? Yep, no, he doesn't. And now, no, that was
dangerous.
Yeah, because the troll would have moved into melee range. Oh.
Yeah.
Lucky Reven, let's go. You know that name, Lucky with a question mark? I'd remove the question mark. Alright, so yeah.
Czaj is still in the lead. Okay, yeah. Reven took the lead earlier, and then they're going back and forth this time.
Oh yeah. We can see the first usage of that U-boat fully mapping the floor, and that's a weird floor. So very good. Reven is in a bad spot though, and we do see and lose our friend the troll. I don't think he's going to be extremely sad about that. Like I said, troll is not necessarily very strong, but it's sad to lose a water troll just before fire falls, right? If you were to at least use it a little bit, that would have been the time you would have wanted to, and at least keep up in terms of level up. Because right now, Czaj is going to level up very quickly, and Reven is only level 5, and that's not good. Not on floor 10.
Yeah, depending how things go, though, because, Czaj is sitting here chilling for a bit by the elevator and trying to grab a level.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, Reven's just going to be U-boating and going on. The U-boat's 200 level to help him fight. His goal now is just get to the next elevator.
And he's got some resources, so for as long as that strategy works, I can see Reven take a very commanding lead. But the point is, he's not getting stronger, and that is scary. Whereas Czaj is going to be. So at that point, I would be very... I would not be surprised seeing Reven take the lead, but that doesn't mean he's get a better percentage chance to clear the tower. It's all going to go down depending on how they play those floors. Or more importantly, how those floors are played out in front of them. But I know Reven is really good at playing without a monster, like playing Commando. But, yeah. Oh, wow. Item room!
That looks beautiful to him right now.
I've not seen an item room that big in a long time. Okay, so far it's really crap, but... What do we get? Limit, that's not good. Wood, that's not good.
It's just
Speakers, not good. Tuna fruit is really nice, but he doesn't have space to pick it up. He's going to need to use an Oli bill for it. It needs to repay for itself. Oh, he's going to need to use... Acid Rain, maybe?
He's going to rise the threat, and then...
Okay, and throw and chug the other one. Oh, he takes 2 damage, and he's got a Steel Shield. Okay, bad situation on Czaj's side as well. I know it's only just one monster, but that monster is a Kraken. That's a bad situation in and of itself. The Leather Shield is scarce. At least he's got a Deeker Scroll, I guess.
And he can pick up another one if he wants it.
Blood fruit. That's all garbage. That item room was really garbage.
It was. Nothing but a tona to really speak for. I mean, the Leather Shield, but it was cursed.
It costed a charge of a spell ball to get the tuna fruit. It's not even worth it, really.
Autumno is universal, and if the monster's
Sure,
legible,
sure.
it's just like I think it's an alright trade-off, but
Yeah, but in an
Meteorite's
item room,
also
you hope for
another
more than an
set of
all-right
levels.
trade.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so you do see them zoom in the camera when they are using that U-boat. The reason why they're doing that actually is that the U-boat skill will end, the animation will end as soon as it leaves the part you can see. So it might wiggle around for a long time if you don't zoom in your camera, and you're saving some frames in doing so. So that's actually a very clever way to do it. I know I'm not very good at doing it quicker than the frame it saves, so I rarely go for it, but it's very beautiful when you see somebody just, while the animation of the monsters coming out of your bag is happening, they're just zooming in, and that just flows very well. Okay, Chai powering up. It's nice to know, like, he should feel pretty well about himself right now. He's still got his monsters. Yeah, it's running low on MP, but it's got a PETA and a big PETA. So it's more than fine in terms of MP. And the mixture magic is really good. He's going to be fine with that for the rest of the match. But Reven is probably a little bit more scared about what's going to happen. And you need to not forget, that troll's got a spell. You can shoot at him.
Damn. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, is the right. Yeah, there we go.
Actually, it's a sword.
Oh, it's 20
That
damage.
might actually be better. The
It
troll
might.
hits hard.
It might, but once it starts
With
using
sword.
range, it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Garuda going away. Hunted dolls, generally it's around about... Well, oh wow. That's a rough question, actually. What we do here is generally try to get as high as we can. There is a 1 hour time limit, but it's the highest floor wins. And this is a roguelike game, so they very often don't reach 40 at all. Or 30, or sometimes even not 20. The game's really... The specific seeds really decides on if the run is going to be fine or not. But yeah, generally you would see around about 40-45 minutes for a clear if everything goes according to plan. But it never does, so yeah. So like this, yep. Starting with a troll was not necessarily a fun... Sometimes on SKC they don't eat 6, yep.
Oh, only 18. We're gonna try fighting this Garuda. That Garuda,
Yeah.
he changed to fire, or the light
Yeah.
seed.
He would
But it's
not
still-
have... He would not have fought it if he wouldn't have paralyzed it longer, but as soon as he started paralysis, there was no reason to stop. Wow. Yeah, Troll is not helping much here. I mean, it's helping, but... Such a bad monster. When I became... when we had our first year anniversary of the... Azure Dreams community Discord, I actually, like, all the mods had to do a weird run of the game, and mine was clear the game casually with only 3 trolls, 1 with each weapon, 1 of each elements. That was an experience, let's call it that. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who did my run, Shawnee, but that was fun. Is it one and done if you get knocked out like 6 minutes in? Can you restart? Actually, you can't. We do have another format of tournament that's pretty much like the same thing. That's called the Stars Tournament, and the Stars Tournament is a beginner-friendly tournament where we pretty much prevent the best runners from joining in, and there are looser rules, but when you play in a Rock Me to the Top style tournament, which is this one, no, you cannot return into the tower. You cannot leave for any reason. You have to go and play the cards that are dealt to you, which sometimes are terrible. But luckily, since the towers are seeded using our deer randomizer, if something bad happens to you, there's a good and fair chance it happened on the other side as well. They're facing the same floors, the same monster location. They start with the same pet. They find the same items. They just don't know the seeds themselves before they play. Like, it's all new to them. But the seeds are made merely minutes before we play them by a third party. So they don't know about it, but it will be the same. All right, we do get to see some U-boats used to scout that floor, and they're generating some MP using fruits, herbs, and seeds to make sure that that U-boat can keep on being a scout for them. A very, very good monster.
And in terms of what we were talking about earlier with Troll's low MP,
yeah,
I did notice that Chai just dumped 2 pita fruits and still has a big pita.
Yeah.
So he's definitely doing good for dealing with the Troll's MP issues.
Yeah, he got a lot of MPs to be MP restoring items, so that was good. When I talked about it, obviously it was when he only had 1 pita, and I was afraid that he might have to feed eggs instead to help that troll continue. Oh, that's scary. I know you know the numbers, Chai, but man, my heart. And speaking of Haunted in chat, yeah, happy to help. We really, really like these types of tournament and sharing it with everyone. So if you have any question, absolutely feel free. I really love explaining anything that's happening on screen, so feel free to do that. If not, then just enjoy the show. It's a fun show. It's already quite randomized, but we did randomize more stuff. All right, so floor 20. So that's good. They're both on floor 20. Tight race. We love it. One thing that's a little bit sad is because Reven's going commando, he should take in a lead, which means that he's not able to take a lead right now, and he's going through his resources faster than Chai is. So that's a little bit scary in and of itself. The other thing is, at least now they're past the pickets, which is extremely scary when you're running commando without a familiar. So he could have gotten all of his items stolen, and it didn't happen, so that's good. But he is someone kind of a pincer. He's gonna have to, try and pick up, and that didn't work. And he can't use his Oli Bell either. That might need to be Oli Mortuna. Wow. Okay.
I would have went with the Tumna just so that I can get the left and divert that Viper.
Yeah.
But he's got enough distance, it might not be all that important. Oh, it's still following this way.
Yeah, Vipers are scary. It's one of those monsters you see every 5 or 6 floor where, for some reason, they have extremely decent defense and they hit super hard. And they also have a weird ability. In that specific case, Vipers, when they hit you, they reduce your attack power permanently until you heal it with an item, which is kind of rare. It's a NASA curve, and you don't see that too often. So it's kind of not nice either to have those Vipers walking around. You can't phase them off easily, unless you pick them up. But I mean, you gotta be lucky here. It's such an important monster to the tower that we call floor 20 Viper Town. And yeah, for a reason. That's definitely like the typical hurdle, blockade. I don't know how to call it, but that's the moment where when you play casually, gonna be like, oh, okay, I was fine one floor ago. I'm not fine anymore. I'm gonna go back to town. Well, bad luck here. You can't. You gotta push on.
Oh, that 21 dead end room with the elevator.
Oof. Oh, that's not
that
nice.
That can end up being really bad.
Yeah, because any monster that would spawn in that room will have to get out of it in, like, against the grain of you trying to come in. That can end up being very scary and, like, not an unending, but, a very long stream of monster before you can reach where you want to go. So, very nice that Reven actually ended up being able to get away from this. People are mentioning some music regarding Viper Town, but I would not know anything about that. So I don't know what you're talking about, Shawnee. Probably enough worth mentioning, right?
Oh, it's definitely worth mentioning. I'm sorry, Sam.
Try and help me, please, dude.
But it's too good.
Oh, that was the thing we did. Yeah, it did happen, but no links. You're Sand Knight, I should only talk about curling. Yep, you're right. Damn it. Oh, I guess blame me. Oh no, 2 elevation difference. Shy's being had here. If you throw an item at a monster that's 2 elevation below you, the item will not connect. It will still fall to the ground, but so you still lose the item. Well, it's not lost if you can get it back, but you can't right now. And it won't take effect, so that's bad. That unicorn didn't wasn't teleported away, and now he's gonna deal with that.
Reven spent the time to rename his U-boat Lucky.
But this time without the Okay, wow. Speaking of lucky, Chai needed to get that pickup or it was death. I think you will start to feel really scared about anything going on here.
Yeah, he has a... Oh. Why is that...
Okay, wow, wow, wow.
Oh, he's just going for it.
Wow, that's very not Chai-like, but I like it. It worked. Yeah, he's gonna obviously scout to get the hell out of here as quickly as he can. And he's gonna be very pissed once he sees, yeah, that the elevator is just at the end of that one-way road. And actually, those 2 unicorns is just tucked away are gonna get into that room and back again. So they're gonna come back for him. Yep, he's gonna face them again.
Yeah,
I
just
think...
let him go by over here.
Yeah, at least there's a 4-way road that helps him in that matter, but...
Oh, but this Wee Dog ain't helping anything.
Yeah, definitely not. Wow. How do you... Okay, I like it, I like it. Try and pick up. Doesn't work, try it again. There we go. There we go. There we go. That troll is going to be lost soon. No, he's fine. All right, marvelous. No monster spawning in this room. Now that he sees it, they can't spawn, so he's fine. And he's out of 21. Wow, that specific floor. But
yeah, he's lost 5 floors on Reven.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, Reven absolutely took that time and ran away with it. Some of these floors might not be the toughest, to be honest. I don't know. I haven't checked too much what was going on Reven's side during that time. But this is still a very noticeable lead. This is what you expect from a Commando play. But, I mean, Commando has won some races just because of how fast it is. If you never face any enemy and you just run away, you're going to be faster. Especially with U-boat.
Yeah, U-boat just like this is the only slow thing he does. Everything else is like if there's a monster in my way and I'm close to the elevator, which thanks to U-boat he always knows where it is. He could just dump items, and
Exactly.
instead of like whenever you have a familiar, you're willing to stop and maybe fight, which is a lot slower. It preserves your items, creating a more guaranteed 440.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it's never guaranteed.
It's never guaranteed. Obviously because of traps, but...
Oh, holy bell. It's happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, acid rain is happening.
I respect that, definitely. It's killing everything in there.
You need experience points.
For him, apparently.
Can you believe that freaking Naples didn't die? Ow! I hate them so much. Neorize is gonna work, I hope. 65, well. That was a Maneva, that's why! Oh. Wow, the jukes. It's a Maneva clearly. He says that, you know. I knew that as well. Thank you very much, Roshard, for the wishes of good luck and the well going. It's going pretty well. We're having a lot of fun watching these two players. Naples have so much HP, it's crazy, but you know, I like me a good Naples. Yeah, floor 29, and you know that floor was not necessarily specifically bad, but Chai's already on 26, so there were a string of some floors that was not too bad. Probably some elevators in room. I did miss like that specific part on both sides when it seems to have gone a little bit faster because something was happening on the other side, but yeah, floor 30, and the elevators in the room, they're gonna have to face off. Everyone's gonna have to face off that killer, which might be scary. But to be honest, I think he's got Nia Sled still, or Nia Rise. Sorry, that's gonna be a one-shot, no question. There we go, 167. That's the number you want to see.
And he's got the much-needed HP for these floors.
Oh yeah, the 2 level up, like 3 level up he got from that acid rain, then a kill, I think, is huge. We see Beldo again, floor 31, a good moment to breathe back out, breathe in, you know, take a little bit of a break, mash P, mash X or whatever. You're gonna be fine, but it's short-lived. Now back in the action, scout that floor and run away as quickly as you can. And he still got some resources to heal that U-boat, U-boat's MP. And actually, the U-boats will not die to the poison because it can't kill, but it will drop him to 1 HP. Floor 27 happening on Chai's side of the screen, trying to rush as quickly as he can. Still using that troll to help him out a little bit. But obviously, a little bit slower, but not too slow, so that's good. That Roam Herb being used on Reven's side to not being blind. And in melee with a Tyrant. Yep, that's going to be... Le Blind will confuse. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That actually is very nice. Oh, Berserk. Does Berserk override? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. Oh, Mahal is absolutely great. Exact. Oh, he even eats it
immediately using it to get away from this killer.
He saw the killer and went, nope.
It.
Oh, yeah. You take the hit. Yeah. 40. Wow, 40. Still a lot of damage. But, you know, that's a 0 defense shield. That shield is not even giving any defense, so... We're right earlier. Like, he would have been able to tank a Tyrant hit. 40 is not that much. It's crazy high, but I mean... You think it's holy time? Yeah, I think so. Oh, holy time on both sides at the same time, but not in the same room. That, you know, that's what I was talking about during first match. Chai used his holy bell here, but that room later on is... Oh, wow. Can you believe they don't even... Oh, it didn't do damage right because he was in it. Like, glaciers are so... Oh... They're so rude. They're so rude. Sorry. I might have something against glaciers.
I've never seen that before. A glacier kick a glacier to Ko.
So
that glacier can kick him.
Oh, this is so crazy. That monster is... too crazy. It's just, I don't know, that ability, man. It gets to me every time. Oh, what a weird floor on Reven's side. Okay. Okay. Chai is in the same room with that U-boat. That killer, and he's gonna have to find a solution. Yep, that's very good. You probably still want to get the kill as well. That's worth a ton of experience, and he definitely could use it on level 13 only. But that also means a little bit of time lost here as well. Though he is building up a better inventory, well, it is a similar inventory to Reven's, but Reven's might have less charges in his balls. But yeah, this is starting to be that time again where Chai needs to go faster, even though there's only a 3-floor difference. Reven is not slowing down, and his inventory looks not fantastic, but it looks good. And you don't want to see that from a commando player, because they're going to go faster than you.
Yeah, this is I mean, there's still the potential for situations to come up, but Reven's definitely running away with this right now.
I also would like to mention that I don't know what Seraph's talking about in chat at all. No idea. And I don't feel a rage inside regarding what you just said at all again. So, yeah, everything is fine.
Glaciers are buddies.
I wouldn't go too that far. It is impressive that a troll made it. Like there was a troll in Melee with a a troll hammer just batted a killer. That is absolutely ludicrous. But he's using the skill. There we go. That's Chai for you. So he manipulated turn orders so that the monster would decide to attack the troll, but the troll would move away, and then the killer would skip its turn. It's a manipulation I understand, kinda, but I never can find the right way to use it. I know Chai absolutely mastered at strategies, and he used it very well. I love you as well, Seraph. I really do. Is everything all right?
On Reven's side, I don't know why he pulled out U-boat before taking the elevator, and then the frog stepped on a bomb trap and killed it.
Oh, poor Reven. Oh, you gotta love this game.
I need to ask him. We need to ask him later. Why was he pulling out the U-boat on that floor? Maybe you just wanted to feed it the limit early?
Potentially, yeah. Just taking care of, wow. That could be an equalizer. That definitely is the kind of thing that Chai wants to happen. Okay, Reven taking the Glacier Express. Some damage comes with it, so that's not necessarily just a good thing. You got some extra spaces difference with that Glacier. That's just going to be pure damage, though.
Yeah.
And 27 to 34, yep, and that other one. Oh, it moves back! There we go. You lucky bastard. Alright, okay. During that time, Chai egg bombing with a snowman. Oh, that could have been, a nice-ish monster, but not better than the troll right now. Oh, the glaciers are not nice on either side. But it's true, they have Noah Sled. Okay, Noah Sled is gonna, for as long as it's got charges, it's gonna be a very nice thing to have against glaciers. Generally, you can't fireball them because it's gonna take like 2 to 3 charges, but... Right. Oh. Do you risk it? My hell, right? There we go. There we frickin'
438. That's what he needs right now is the elevator train, because he's flying blind without his U-boat.
Yeah, and obviously in a perfect scenario, not using the U-boat is faster. If you can find the elevator as quickly as if you knew where the map was, but skipping the animation of the U-boat, like right now, it's actually faster. It's just that you could also look for the elevator for a long time, and U-boats removes that from the equation. Okay, Mile again. I don't know what he's hoping to...
Yeah, near eyes?
Oh, why did he do that and that? Okay. Confusion. Alright. You don't want to take a hit, but you can probably survive it, though. And 2 steps, he's good. And that... Oh, lucky him.
Oh. I thought that dragon was coming out that exit.
Oh, yeah. And floor 39 for floor 35, exactly at the same time. That's going to be roughly the same, like, difference if it finishes like that. A little bit of an egg. Could be an egg bomb. Oh, going back, retracing his steps. He's not going to be happy about that, especially right now. Oh, and there's a glacier coming. Yeah, you kind of need to deal with one side or the other. Wow, how do you deal with that? That's great time for Chai to pick up the pace, right?
Definitely. And I don't know how much of his resources are left. I think the flame ball is unused, so golems aren't really a threat.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. LeBlind again, really pulling its weight, actually. Confusion ball, man.
Yeah, confusion ball.
65. That was scary.
Maximum. Next challenger.
So many monsters, yeah. Okay, at least elemental advantage, 80 damage was pretty good. He needs this round to, this floor to end very soon. It doesn't seem to be too many rooms. Okay, that fireball is probably gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. It's got charges. He's fine.
It's still got at least 3 charges. He hasn't even used it yet.
Wow.
Snowman for sure.
Wow.
He's now just dumping his resources, but that's all I needed.
There we go! Floor 40 clear on Reven's side.
to Reven.
And he takes the match with it. Wow. My. Are we gonna get a friendly third? I mean, let's give Chai the chance to finish. If he's gonna. You know, it's already floor 37 and soon to be 38 after he take that hit. Ouch. But I don't know. That was a great match. Like, it's crazy how quick and efficient Chai was with a loss. Like, I don't want to make him look bad. He played so very well. Like, those 2 times in isolation are actually very, very good. Oh, the question in chat is, can a troll get to 40? Ooh.
That is a good question.
It is. Oh my.
Because I never would have believed it.
That's the kind of thing you need to see to believe it exists, right?
I mean, I would say, well, I carried a Palumpa to 40, but I also had Garudas. Garuda and a blue collar, it wasn't really the Palumpa carrying me. It was the U-boat carrying us.
Yeah. Oh, U-boat. The best and the worst monster. Alright, scouting floor 39. So at least he's gonna know. That's much better than what Reven was stuck with. You had to go around about the map. Oh, I think you want to unzoom that map, my friend. Yeah, there we go. Oh, run away. Really? He's got a good inventory, though, so I guess I understand why you would just face them. Okay, so he decides against it.
To walk up to the dragon.
So what is he...
He never grabbed the flame ball.
Yeah, that's right. So what does he even have? Like
Or the
Noah's sled? 43. We might not see a troll reach floor. Is he thinking about sacking the troll? Yeah. That troll's dead and gone.
Yep.
And then chuck the egg. That's a glacier. We knew that. That's not even a kill.
Enough.
But he should have ice ball charge. Dragonese tanky.
He doesn't have the ice ball. I don't think he ever got the ice ball.
Yeah, no, that's oh, no poison. Okay, that's actually not a bad idea. There's not a lot of HP left in that dragon. Yep, just a hit here. There we go. Simple and efficient. Troll boy, no! Well, you didn't see a troll to 39, so, I mean, that's a thing. Okay, and there we go. 2 double clears around about 40 minutes something on both sides. Damn! That's a match. That's the way you start a tournament. Especially considering that those are the 2 organizer of this tournament, so generally, I would be the one organizing a tournament. Shawnee has organized the last one. But this time, it's actually Reven and Chai that made the state display, but the tournament as well. They play the first match against one another, which is kind of sad in its own way. But it ends up being a very good match. That's how you kick off a tournament.
Oh, so I just got word that it doesn't seem like they'll be doing a friendly third. Chai's
That's fair.
Unfortunately not able to stay for it.
That's fair. That's fine. I understand that. So if they are interested in a quick interview, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, they're down for interviews.
Do you have the link?
I do not know how to do that.
I have that. I'm gonna give it to them really quickly. So,
Or do I just pull that from the pod? That might be the one.
All right, they should join very soon, and we're gonna be ready to. Oh no, damn! Did I? Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. They should be joining soon. But that was a fun match. That was very nice. Going commando, the last run for Reven was actually very, very well executed, but the tower allowed it as well. The E had a decent inventory, used it very well. LeBlind has pretty much like did a big part of the thing. Hello, Chai, and hello, Reven, our racers.
Hello, hello.
You guys are so great. What a first match.
Hey guys. Yeah, that first one was pretty hectic. I know Chai was mentioning in the Discord there was a ton of eggs that all could have been a Garuda. I spent so much time hatching. And so much disappointment.
Yeah.
True, exactly. And the first seed was easy until it wasn't. I've had so many resources, a Newell and everything, and then unfortunate stealth killed my Newell, so suddenly I was without resources. I'm just happy that I finished that one.
Oh really?
You
You lost
both-
the Newell? Okay.
I did. Like way too many hidden stealths there. I couldn't do anything about it. I actually could have. It was just like my miscalculation with one of the hidden stealth, and yeah, well, it was what it was. It was still fun.
But yeah, that was a great match on both sides, to be honest. 240 clears, 2 under 45 minutes. That's great. That's a way to kick off a tournament. We were talking about the fact you guys are both the organizers, end up playing the first match, one against the other. And, you know, wow, fireworks right off the bat, 240 clears, showing, you know, the youngins how it's done. I like it. You guys gave it a show.
Yeah, it is a bit unfortunate that both the organizers got matched up week 1, because we did want to be on commentary for the first match, but we also wanted to break it up a little bit. We're going to probably have a lot of AD over this weekend, so look forward to that.
Oh, don't you worry about commentary. Septic did a great job, and, you know, I was there. So...
That's pretty much how I expected it to go, yeah.
Yeah, like in the Discord, I only have seen Septic like saying stuff, so probably Senna, you were there just like, you know, to color stuff.
Yeah, just to color stuff. But it was a great match. We did talk about State Display with chat. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Chai, for making State Display, and obviously Sustaina for making it beautiful. But yeah, it was a fun tool. I think people appreciated it. And if you go and rewatch the match, you can see their comments. It's a nice thing to have. People were talking about the fact that they joined mid-match and quickly know what's going on and who's where and who's what and whatever. Very, very nice. But if you want to add a little something before we leave about how your experience was during those two matches, maybe kick off with Chai, please, and then Reven. And yeah, I know if you guys needs to go, we won't keep you up too long.
Like for me, the matches were like pretty chill. At some point, I have to agree that like I got a little bit nervous, especially when I got U-boat, because I knew that like Reven is faster clicker than me, so I knew that he'll be faster with all this stuff. And at some point, I was just like so lost that like instead of you know, zooming the camera, I was changing the angle of the camera like when taking U-boat in and out. Then there were some floors where like I lost so much time because like, okay, should I take a golf wand or should I not? Like, but still, like, that's good old Azure dreams. Nice to have like to be in the tournament again.
Excellent. Yeah. You weren't that much slower. Like generally 2 to 3 floors behind. But yeah, obviously Reven ended up being commando the last run, and he was zooming. The tower gave him some resources, so he was gone. But Reven, if you go on.
I don't even remember what killed my troll, but I'm like, well, it was a fitting seed that we got a troll just because, you know, I'm not sure if anybody's aware, but Chai is a pretty big troll, so...
I know that troll, thank you very much!
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty fitting monster to have for a potential final, like, counting match. And when I lost, I'm like, well, I guess this is it. We're gonna find out if there's a third. At least I have a U-boat, so there's that. And I used him, I think, to pretty great effect up until like 37 or something. I pulled him out before I went to the elevator to try and get his MP up. I had Tumnud a golem, and it stepped on a bomb trap and killed both of them, and I was furious. I'm sure it was hilarious from like a
It
viewer
was
standpoint.
it was the best moment ever, and I kind of missed it. But I'm just talking about what's happening to Chai, and then Septic just start chuckling, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And Chat was talking about it. That was marvelous.
There was a couple times I was really hesitant on what I wanted to feed it to get its MP, because I had a light seed and a wind seed. I think I had a fireball at the time, so I had a water ball at the time, so I didn't want to give him the light seed right away. But I'm like, oh, I really don't want to make him wind. He's gonna be a bomb trap detector. And then I realized he was like level 1, so it really didn't matter anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, this is all I got left, so I was gonna feed him the other seed, and he blew up in my face. So at least I got to keep it. I don't think I ever used it, but it is what it is.
I definitely
had a
used
lot of
Troll
fun with
too
it.
much. Definitely too much. I didn't use him so much for fights, even though like I did fight a little bit, but it was wasted time. I used him more to manipulate the turns of the monster. Sometimes thanks to that I was able to like get the distance, etc. Other than that, like the troll itself was useless.
I mean, believe it or not, a lot of people say that the Cyclone is like the scariest monster to start with because it has the low grave spell and everything. For me, I think Troll is equally as scary, just because they're so common. You find them multiple times in the tower, and by the time you find them again, you might forget that they have a spell. And in the last tournament, I was almost one shot by a troll like immediately.
Oof.
So I was very wary of trying to manipulate them so they couldn't hit me with a spell and all that, because you know how monsters with spells are. So
Wait, Reven, you remember from our practice when we have Water Picket as a starter? Oh, I'll be laughing so much.
yeah. From a speed standpoint, Picket is by far the worst. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with these seeds. Thanks, Chai, for playing me.
Thank you, GG.
Thank you, Sandite and Septic, for doing commentary for the first round. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for making the tournament and B asking us. It was a joy. Thank you, Septic, for being here with me today.
No problem. This was fun. This was some hype match.
Oh yeah. Also a giant thank you to everyone at SpeedGaming, especially those that helped today. SpeedGaming is great. They make this space for us to play games and share it with you. But also specifically today, there was some problems going on the back end, and they worked relentlessly and very hard to make it happen still, even though that could have been like a big enough problem to postpone the match. They decided to work hard at it and they fixed it, so that's very nice. And a giant thank you to you people in chat. You waited until it happened. You were there along the way. You interacted with us. It was so much fun, honestly, especially with those new tools. I'm happy to have showcased that. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
All right. Have a
Bye.
great evening and see you. There's going to be more match coming this weekend. I think the next one is Friday night, and we're going to have matches all along the weekend. So I hope to see you there again. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
They worked relentlessly and very hard to